He's somebody that started his business at a very young age. I believe it was his parents that introduced this business to him. And as a graduate from Pristine University in the UK, but he decided to pursue the Kangen business, being involved in other businesses before or been working in the corporate side before. He decided to go full on onto this business. And he has managed to build an amazing team in Malaysia and also globally. And, he's somebody of similar age, in my age group. And it's just somebody that, inspires a lot of younger people to follow in his footsteps to build this business. Because I believe this business, we need more younger generation to come in. And today, he has achieved a rank of 6A2-3. Ladies and gentlemen, is that amazing or not? For a guy that is of a younger age to achieve a 6A2-3, all right? And building this business, earning this amazing income, helping a lot of people to grow in this business. And today, he has volunteered himself to share with you guys on his topic on how to build the Enagic business even better. All right. And he has volunteered his time. So when I bring him on, right, guys, please give him as much energy as possible. Please give him as much love as possible so that he can share more with you guys so they can help you more. So before you come on, right, do you guys want to learn from him or not? Type yes in the chat box. Because if you don't want to learn from him, right, then we just close off this Zoom. Balik, no need. Okay. So you want to learn from him or not? Type yes if you want to learn from him. 6A2-3 did it in a very short span of time. Yeah. So if you want to learn from him, okay, please give him your energy. Let's welcome onto the stage Mr. Argustin Mok. Yeah, let me just make you a co-host. Yeah, 1 second, Augustine. Let me make you a co-host. Okay, great. Augustine, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear Simon.
Okay, fantastic.
Awesome. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all of you. Good morning from Ipoh, right? I'm actually currently at Ipoh. I was here for the past 2 days, and I am returning back to KL by 12:15 to make my next appointment at 3 o'clock. So I have to rush back for that one. So I'm gonna make it sweet, short, and simple, very easy to understand. Okay, and I'm sure that this is of value to all of you. Okay, so let me share with you a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know me yet, okay. My name is Augustine. You guys can call me Gus for short. I'm in the business at a very young age. I was introduced by my parents to do the business. Okay, so when my parents actually invited me to one of the EKW events. So that time was back in 2014, September. There was an EKW, the Essential Kangen Workshop. Okay, you guys can hear me clearly so far because I'm depending on my Wi-Fi here. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is giving it a strong signal. If can, just put them in the chat box. Thank you very much. Okay, nice. All right, so I was introduced to attend the EKW, and I was just attending, sitting down as a participant, just like many of us here. So I was listening in to some of the sessions. It was the morning session. As usual, it was the business plan, and then followed by the product effects, the 18th reasons, okay, to beat your competitor, right? And that was actually conducted by a young, fine gentleman by the name of David Chang. Remember during the preview launch, the launching in May of 18, we had David Chang to introduce us the M-Guard, right? So he was the one who did the presentation on the knockout competitor, right? And I listened in. When I see at that time, he was only 26. Not missing, he was about 26. 4 years older than me, 4 years older. So he was only 26, and he was doing that in front of 500 people in EKW. So it was really aspiring, very, very inspiring to actually see a young man up there, and actually speaking, and I was listening, right? He was giving lots of facts, lots of documentations, and when I see for a young age, he's able to do that, right? And that gives me the confidence. So when I drove back home, okay, when my mom and dad seated back behind, I told my mom that, Mom, I think I can do the business. And with that, I decided to do, okay. Of course, throughout the next 1 week, okay, I actually sat down and understand what are the pro and cons of doing the Energic business. Because at the time I was tied up to a bank. I was in the banking field too. I was making a salary of 4,000 after EPF. That's about after cut off SOSCO, EPF and all that is about 3,003. So I was doing something else because I know that if I was working in Malaysia at a young age, okay, in Malaysia, working as a employee, right, it's not enough for me. I can't live a better lifestyle, right, compared to my friends who are in other countries. So I have to do something, which is business. I have to do business in Malaysia. So hence, I told myself, what are the reasons I started the Energic business? Okay, why I actually choose Energic business compared to others? Number one is that I do not need to have a huge upfront investment. That's a huge point for me already, because when I'm talking about 100, 200K upfront investment, that's a lot of money, right? At that age, I may not have a lot of money, and I'm new to business. I may not want to fork up a huge lump sum. So in Energic itself, we have low capital, right? As low as how much now? There's installment now, right? So you just imagine that is the amount of capital to start a business. Okay, and then the next one is that we do not need to keep stock, right? Because traditional business, if I want to start any business, I need to actually have lots and lots of stocks, and it's going to be inside my room and all that, in the storeroom. So here in Energic is that someone who wants to order, and then straight away, I'll just submit the form, okay, and get the machine out. So don't need to submit, right? Then hiring of staff issue is all taken care of by the company in Energic. There's about 1,000 over staff worldwide in Energic, and I don't even have to pay a single cent. I just need to leverage on this 49-year-old Japanese company. So I think it's very good, because when it comes to any business for matter, not just our business, Kangen business, any business for matter, hiring of staff is a big headache. Hiring of staff is a big headache. So if Energic can cope 20 over staff in Malaysia, then it's all good. I'm well taken care of. And of course, there are other more factors why Energic business is better than other business. So I chose to do Energic business. All right. So that's a little bit intro about how I started and all that. So today my topic is about strategic seed funding. I believe that at a young age, right, I know that if I were to own a property, we have to come up with an upfront investment, okay, if I were to work and my really sad salary of only 4,000, okay, that's not enough. I have to do something more, all right? Unless if I'm working in Singapore, then okay, then after conversion is more. But because it's in Malaysia, okay, not even in London, not even Singapore, in Malaysia, I have to do business. So there are three things that I want to point out. Number one is that we got to always ask yourself, right, what do you want to achieve in this life? Okay, I know that, all right, my dad is an inspiring person. I know that he has the lifestyle that he wants to live in, right? He is already retired. Both my mom and dad already retired anyway, okay? And they can actually, travel, they can do whatever they want, okay? But of course, along the way, I also realized that my dad hasn't achieved some of the things. So I know that if I'm doing the Energic business, right, there is a way right now, there's a way, and also there's a possibility for me to actually achieve something which my dad hasn't get yet. Okay, so we have to actually know what kind of lifestyle that we aspire, okay, that we want. Okay, that's number one. Number two is that how do we want to diversify our portfolio? That's very important, right? How do you want to diversify our portfolio? Now, first and foremost, we need to identify how much seed money, all right, that we are needed from Energic, okay, that we need to make from Energic to venture into something that can continuously grow our wealth. Now, this is very important because out there, let's say, for example, there are a lot of what's it called? There are a lot of ways out there that can actually increase our wealth. There's NFTs, there's a stock market where now you get dividend and all that, And even if you get property right now, right? If you want to get a property, we need to come up with an upfront investment, right? 10%. Let's say $1 million property, 10% upfront investment. Okay, that's about 100,000. So where do we get that seed money? Right? If I were to work, right, it's not going to be enough for me. All right. So the Energic business allows me to get that seed money. Okay, Energic business allow me to get the seed money. So because we all know that every one machine counts, maximum commission is what, up to 8K? Up to 8K, right? That's provided if you're a super salesperson. So that's why you need to know that if you don't want to be a super salesman, you need to have more part-timers and full-timers in your business, right? And then only you're able to leverage and grow the business. Okay, it's much more fulfilling this way. Okay, that's point number 2. So we need to actually identify, okay, our seed money. If it's not the energy business, then you have to figure out which business actually able to give you that seed money in a short period of time. Okay, that's number 2. And number 3 is this. The game plan, set a game 9-month year, achieve our list of full-timers that want to have in a business. Are we going to go all out or not? So like, for example, right now I have someone from Ipoh, right? My Ipoh line is growing. Okay, so that's why I need to spend time in Ipoh one time, right? If we can, I mean, you say, Gus, can you come and be this? Got to go back to KL. Sorry, got cut off. Can everyone hear me? If you guys can hear me, can put a yes in the chat box. If you guys can hear me. Okay, nice. Okay, so number 3 is to set a game plan now. 3 months, 6 months, a year. Okay, nothing, not too long. Okay, not more than 2 years. Okay, set 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and go all out massive action. Right? See, and always remember to not to do this business alone. Right? Not to be a super salesperson, but to always have part-timers and full-timers in the business, because we're building an actual business here. Okay, then only you can see the seed money comes in much faster because you have the leverage. All right, very important. This is 1, 2, and 3 here. So number 1, let me review back the points. Number 1 is we have to ask ourselves who we aspire to be. Okay, who we want to become. Okay, that's very important, right? And whatever that if you see that our parents, okay, have yet to achieve that, right? Let's set a target to achieve that so that they can enjoy, right, and get it from their son or daughter. Then the number 2 is that how do you want to diversify our portfolio? Okay, so how do we get the seed money from Energic? Okay, from there, how do you want to grow more? Which other things you want to venture to actually increase your wealth, right? Where the seed money comes from. So Energic is one of them. Okay, that's why I'm doing it. And then point number 3 is that we got to set a game plan. Okay, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or a year, up to that. All right. So in conclusion, I just want to say that Kangen is a very good business for me. Okay, it's a very good business for me. And these days, to start a business in Energic is much easier compared to 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, right? Those days, the early days, Sam Sia's time, there's no installment even. It's only full payment. And some of them, and we only get the machines from Singapore, from Hong Kong. Malaysia at that time don't even have an office. Now the energy business is so easy, okay, whereby we even have an installment payment method scheme, right? Up only 233 ringgit for a Kangen machine and 275 ringgit for an MGUT, okay, to start a business, right? Is that low? So it's much more easier these days to do the energy business. And you set a game plan, it'll be much better. All right. So I just want to share a proverb, okay, a proverb whereby my mom shared this before, right? In fact, from time to time, she said this to even to the downlines and to everybody, right? If we are born poor, it is not your fault, right? If you are born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, you're all to be blamed. Okay. So with that, thank you very much. I pass back to the MC, Simon. Any questions? Now it's Q&A time. Any questions you can ask me? So at the side, is Simon there? If Simon is not here, you guys can ask any question. Can unmute. Let me see. You guys can unmute yourself. Let's see. Alan. Right, Alan, I unmuted you.
Hello.
Hi, Alan, yeah.
So my question is, for a young guy like you have been doing very well. So perhaps you can share how you actually build up your team.
Okay, that's a good question there. All right. So how do I build my team at a young age, right? Now, what we normally do is that we host events. We host events at my place. I do have a place whereby I actually host up events. So normally these events, I host it every month, right? I call it the Sky Demo Party, right? So I host it every month. So this every month's event, right? Whereby we have the product demo and we have the business plan inside there. Okay, so both product and the business, same as how it's running in the company. So what I do for a start is whereby I'll invite my friends. It's a number games. A lot of them also rejected me, but a lot of them also supported me, which actually came to the to my place to sit in and listen in. So that time when I was younger, right, there are not much things that I know. So I was leveraging on my mom to do the demo. All right, I was doing a demo, but subsequently after I'll take over. Then the business plan is actually very easy, right? Because I know exactly where the money comes, right? 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A to 6A, right? You know how to do it. So it became very simple already. Okay, it became very simple. Then from there, okay, my friends knows that, oh, this is money making, and this is something that, right, we can do together at a young age. And then also we can actually leverage with the internet. Okay, we can leverage on that. And then we hang out more frequent. Okay, our relationship becomes better, and everything that we do also we do together, right? We build teams, we build a younger team, and all that. So this is how I started at a young age, okay, whereby I just leverage on the platform. Okay, so I just call people to come over to my home. So my home was is decent, okay, it's nice. So that's why, you know, to invite people to come, you know, there'll be games and all that, there'll be football and all that, but we come in for business first, listening after that, and then we will the entertainment after that. That's how I started. Okay, I hope I answer you, Alan. Next question, let's see. Andel. Where is Andel? Andel. Okay, I found you. Here we go. Yes, Andel, from Dubai. Welcome.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
There I typed the question in the chat box.
Yes. Okay, so the question is, as someone who started young, was making the decision for you to do the Kangen business as instant, or it took you a while too? Okay, it took me a while. It took me a while to fork out the money, right? It took me a while to fork out the money, right? But at the same time, what that got me to join, right? Because of the business plan, right? Because of the business plan, when I realized that, wow, one machine I make can be up to 6,000, right? Because the company is very generous, right? In a way whereby traditional business, right? Is about 30% the cost of production, okay? And then the operational cost is about 40%, okay? Traditional business are 40%. And this is what I understood, okay? 40%. And then the remaining 30% is where the business owner will owns his profit. Okay, that's traditional business. So when it comes to Energic, right? When the plan was shared, okay, then I realized that, why so much of money, that as a distributor we're getting, it's crazy. I thought usually the business owner will get more money, right? Which is Mr. Oshiro, right? When in this case, it's like, wow, the profit is so large. So this is how it is, you know. Same cost of production is about 30%, okay? The remaining 70%, right, is able to shrink down to 10%, which is the operational cost, 10%, you know, because Energic itself is a full service medical device manufacturer. Everything is all done in-house. And we all know that, I know that Energic is a 49-year-old company, right? It's very well established. So it's able to do everything under one roof in the factory, Osaka factory. So 10%. So the remaining 60% is the profit. Then I understand that, whoa, no wonder the profit is huge, right? And this is where Mr. Oshiro, a compassionate person, is sharing this profit with us. Okay. Then I think because of that, the money part, right, excites me, and I thought that, okay, I think I should do this one, because if I do this, right, and make it good, okay, I can join my friends in London, right, to have a better lifestyle. I won't just stuck in Malaysia. Okay, so yeah, it took me a while, but that's how the process of it, the thinking process of it. All right, Andel, I hope I answer you.
Thank you very much for that.
Okay, most welcome. So we had Matthew Sia. Guys, my apologies. I have to cut my presentation much shorter because by 2:15 I have to leave. Okay. Now, I'm just going to answer this, Matthew Sia. Matthew Sia actually asked, were you the youngest distributor when you joined Kangen? There were many younger ones. I believe there are many younger ones, younger distributors, because I believe that as parents, right, we want our kids to get involved. So I'm sure there are younger distributors. Even for myself, right, when I was 20, even now, as of today, right, I have a 16-year-old distributor, by the way, just to let you know. I have a 16-year-old distributor who's doing business plan, helping to do the business plan for her mom and dad. By the way, just to let you all know, I have someone, because usually my business plan, I draw the business plan out. I draw it. So I draw so frequent, and she actually sees how I do it, and she's able to duplicate me. A 16-year-old, by the way, right? 16-year-old. So I believe there are many more younger ones. It's just that they're not exposed to the to our community yet. Probably, they are very shy, but I'm sure they're helping their mom and dad also. Okay, because energy business is a family business. It's not just our business, right? We all know that this business is viewable. You guys know that, right? It's viewable. So, which means that if, let's say, your next of kin, you can pass it to them. As long as blood related, you can prove that you're blood related, you can pass it to them. All right. So please involve the family, make it as a family business rather than a individual business, because it's more fruitful to do it together with your partner. It's even more fruitful when your whole family is involved in the business, because in the dining table, you can talk about business. All right. I'm now in Ipoh, right? When I have sales here, I go back home to KL when I have dinner with my mom and dad during the weekend, right? I'll share my experiences, my good and the challenging moments, in Ipoh, everything, So I think it's more fruitful if you do it as a family. All right, next one. Let's have Stephen. All right. Stephen says, hi, Augustine. Kindly share how you would change the mindset of the younger generation to embrace our Kangen business as they are in a different era. Okay. So I am a millennial. Maybe some of us here are also millennial, but there are also baby boomers here, right? Now, I'm not the youngest one. After millennial, there's also what? Gen Z, I think. Gen Y or Gen Z. I think it's Gen Z. So Gen Z are the younger ones. Well, you can see that we millennials are young, but us and the younger ones and the Gen Z, right, is much more different one. Okay. Because to them, right, their wallet is not the most important. Their phone is more important to them. Okay. You can see that, right? You can see that the clothings, that majority of them, there's someone is a Gen Z and they're there, right? No, usually Gen Z, right? Even their outfit, right, is more casual. It's even more casual. So I understand, okay, whereby to actually get the Gen Z to come in, or get millennials to come in, right, for yourself, right, is a bit challenging. I totally understand that. But you see, no one is addicted to money. Okay, we need to find the person's hot button. Every individual has a hot button. Now, my hot button is not much on the health, right? If my mom and dad was just focusing on the health, was being health oriented towards me, health oriented, probably today I will not even be a 682-3. I will not even be in a business. I can't continuously sustain the business to be a -3, right? So so you got to talk business sense with me as well, right? Because I think I'm interested to do the business because the money is very good, okay? And this business allows me to do international, not just in Malaysia. I can bring it to other country as well. So you have to let a person, right, know that what is the potential of the business. Got to sit down with them, ask them what they want. Okay, because what they want is very different than what you want. Okay, they are too young to understand about health, right? They're all good. I think their health is, their health pillar is about 80, 90, 100%. That's that strong because they're still young. They can go and hustle, right? To them is okay, right? For me, I'm already 30 plus now, right? So if I go to a club now, I can feel that I'm getting tired, right? I don't even want to go to a club. So it's different. All right, it's different. So you got to sit down and ask the Gen Z, right, what they really want, what they really want. From there, you know, you can actually get them to come on board and do the business with you. Okay. Let's see. Right. Secret is the big why. Yeah, you gotta find the hot button. Everyone has a hot button over there. Okay. And these days, the younger ones, okay, the young person today, right, they want things easy. Okay. So in energy business, easy or not? We have to ask ourselves this question. Is it easy or not? Right? It's simple, but it's not easy, right? Because there are things that we need to know how to do. We are dealing with a high ticket item. Right? We're dealing with a high ticket item, guys. That's why our business model works. Okay, we're dealing with a high ticket item. That's why our business model works. All right. So, and it's very profitable also. So those of us who are here in the business, is profitable to us. And we all know that. Okay. So because we're dealing with a high ticket item, when we get to the younger ones, for them to fork out the money, it may be tougher. It may be tougher. So at the end of the day, we can help them. Just help them. If it's financial means, okay, it's something that is difficult for them, help them, right? Because you can leverage on them, okay, on other expertise, on other things that we all cannot do, okay? If you guys got the money, help them, right? That's why the younger ones work for the company, right? The big bosses up there at the top of the pyramid, he's not the youngest, right? But he has a lot of young person who's working in the company, right? Right, so leverage on these young ones. Okay, so I answered that one. I gave a lot of hints over there also. No. Okay, so any more questions? Yeah. Most welcome. Any more questions? Victor, you want to say something?
Augustine.
Yes, who's that? It's
Alan here. Alan here.
Alan. Yes, Alan.
You were talking about events. So, how do you extend your invitation? In the sense that they want to hang out with you and sit down, you know, for an hour or so just to listen to you talking.
Okay, so there are many ways to say. Okay, sometimes I understand that, you know, when I first started a business, right? Honestly, I do not know what's MLM. Okay, I don't know what's MLM. My friends also know what is MLM. I didn't know what's MLM, by the way. Okay, when they actually asked this question, is it MLM? I was like, I have no idea. What is it? Honestly, right? That was the phrase I go through at a young age when I got there and asked my friend to come to do business, because I have no idea about the energy business, you know, as a whole. So, you know, when I go through this stage, right, I know that these are the kind of obstacles or these kind of challenges, right, or response that I receive, right. I need to find a better way to ask. To find a better way to ask. Okay, you got to find a way that is comfortable for them to listen, okay, for them to accept, and then come for the invitation to your house for the Sky Demo Party. Because at the end of the day, right, we want to ensure that this is a lifestyle business, Okay, I'm giving a hint right here, right? You want to ensure that it's a lifestyle business. We don't want it to be stressful, because a lot of people these days, they are so stressful at work already, right? They are paid so little, but the boss is really hantam them and really, you know, like they don't even have time for themselves, you know. They don't even have time for themselves, okay? So we have to ensure that this business is a lifestyle business for them. Like, what I mean by lifestyle? Lifestyle business whereby, right, you gotta let them know that when you're going for holiday, right? When you're going for holiday, when you're going to Bangkok, right? You're going to Bangkok, it's not just a vacation, right? It's /business/vacation. You get me? You can make it as a lifestyle, right? It's fun. You can go and makan together. You know, you can go and party together at a young age, right? At the same time, you can do business together, right? So this is the kind of lifestyle what I meant. So if it's really just working, then of course it's going to turn off a lot of people. Okay, and how to say is very important. So along the way, we all know that in this world here, there's like 6 different types of business model, and MLM is one of the business model only, right? Right? It's not perfect, but it's just better. Okay, it's not perfect, but just better. So coming to understand, you've got nothing to lose money. You see, right? If I show you something today, if I tell you something today, right now, if let's say I am the person is inviting you today, right? I tell you, I say, hey, Mr. Prospect or Mrs. Prospect, look, I'm inviting you today. If you want to come, right? If you come right now, right, to attending, to listening, right, you've got nothing to lose. But if you say no to this opportunity right now, right, you have got everything to lose. What if this is the business that allows you to have the dream of your life? Right? So you have to fix on things on how you want to say it. How you want to say it. So don't use the common ways of saying it. I guess because normally a lot of people, they say that thing. So they also listen, feel sian, already feel very bored of the same old phrases, I guess. You know what I mean? So you just have to improve on the invitation skills. All right. So I hope I help you, Mr. Allen. Okay, nice. Any more question? 12 more minutes, guys. Welcome. Any more questions? Just unmute yourself, or just raise, just put down your question in the chat box, and I'll help to answer them as well. Any questions? You guys should be asking me lots of questions. If you guys want to get your son and daughter involved, right, you have to ask the question that you think is relevant. Because building seed fund is extremely, extremely important. If you want to buy a car or a property, right, we need to have the seed money. And how are we going to get the seed money? It's through Kangen. It's through Kangen. Right? There's nowhere else that can generate that kind of income, you know, without putting a lot of effort inside there.
Augustine,
Yes, who's that?
Winston here from
Winston.
Singapore.
Hi, Vincent.
Yeah.
Hi, Vincent.
Yeah, my daughter is about your age, and of course, trying to get her to get involved as well. And maybe just sort of ask, like when you share with your friends, what are the common rejections from your friends, you know, into this business, especially for, you know, young people like you?
Okay. So you see, oftentimes, you know, when it comes to this kind of business, right? MLM business, you know, or network marketing or direct selling, all in the same category. This kind of business, right, doesn't need a huge upfront investment. Okay, it doesn't need a huge upfront investment. It's only a small amount of capital to come on board. So anyone also can do. So a lot of people, they overpromise and everything. So understand that they have a lot of bad experiences. Okay. So this is shared, you know, the people will be sharing their bad experiences within one another. Okay, and all that thing. All right. So my point here is that if someone who's young, right, who's doing it right, they need to ensure that they have some level of experiences. So let me share with you something right, real quick. This one, whereby I have a lot of young ones, right, in so many business, right, but the ones in this particular industry is the most hungry person, which is insurance. Right, I just met an insurance person yesterday. He's about 4 or 5 years older than me. Okay, 4 or 5 years older than me, and he's only in his 30s, very early, right? But I tell you, his motivational skills is better than mine. Okay, better than Energic, okay, better than Energic. Let me tell you, because insurance people are so hungry. They're so hungry, but they're all young, you know. They're young people. They're so hungry, you know. Okay, they're young. Why? Because it's so competitive in the industry. It's so competitive, whereby, right, they really up their skills, they up their level. So most of the time when I see my prospects, right, the younger ones in any industry, but insurance one is always the hardest to get them to come on board. You get me? Because of the, what's it called? Because of the experiences, the set of the skills and experiences. Because both of us is also the same industry, right? Insurance is also M&M, by the way. Same industry. So they know exactly what they're talking about. When I draw the business plan, all that, right? They know already. So fast, very quick, they know. Okay, you get what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is that if, let's say, your daughter right now, you want them to get to do the business, right? It has to be someone who's young and telling them and showing them that there's this opportunity right now. You can do it to spark the market in Singapore. Okay, and the person who's sharing it must come from a person who has experience. Okay, really knows what he's talking about, come up with a game plan, and then only your daughter will be able to be convinced. Okay, only then only will be able to convince. Right? Because the generation gap is very different. One is baby boomer, the other one is millennial. Okay, because you see, right, oftentimes my mom and dad, when I was younger, when I was much more new in the energy business, I asked my mom and dad. Yes, I asked them. Along the way, I still ask them, but it doesn't work anymore because, you know, because when I have my prospect, I have my challenges. I don't know how to handle. I ask my mom and dad how to handle, but they also cannot solve for me. Until I decided to take the ownership and do my own way among the millennials, I get it. I get a millennial to come on board using my own way, because you see, I gained the experience already. I've gained the, I've got that support for him or her to be convinced to come aboard with me. Understand? I hope I answered that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, most welcome.
I
Where are you? Let's see.
have a question.
Okay. Yes. I can't find you, but never mind. Okay. What's the question?
How do you become so successful today now, despite being rejected a few times in the past when you introduce energy to people?
Okay. So thanks, Matthew, for the question. Now, so I've just like all of you, I also have got rejections. Just to be clear with this, okay, it's not that every prospects I go straight away close. No, okay. I think at the end of the day, right, we need to really season ourselves. Okay, all individuals are different. All of us Kangen distributors, right? All of us are actually different. Okay, we all know the same thing, but we can actually differentiate ourselves, right? That's why some people, how come they buy from Lucy, but they don't buy from somebody else? Why today somebody buy from Carefree Lim, but not buy from someone else? Right? Why today someone buy from you, Matthew, but not buy from someone else? Right? Because it's more comfortable. Who's more comfortable with you? Because other Kangen distributor does not give them the comfortability. Okay? Because you all just want to sell the product over to them. And it's so, you understand the MM business, right? Or direct selling out there, there are so many companies who are doing that. And so many of us, right, are going out there doing the same thing. Okay. And they had it enough, right? They hear enough. So we have to show some concern. The good thing is that this company is this man, Mr. Oshiro, is a compassionate guy. Okay. And in energy business, we all know that we can give out water for free as well. But what I'm trying to say is that we need to show comfortability with them. Okay. If you don't show comfortability, they can sense it, they can smell it, then they won't get it from you. Right? They won't get it from you. So that's why it's very important to make sure that when you're sharing with a person, make them feel comfortable. Okay, if you don't make them feel comfortable, I'm sorry, they won't join you. Right? If someone who's selling me insurance today, if I don't like the person, right, I also won't buy from him, even though how good he is or how good she is. No, right? But if someone, right, who really treasures a friendship, and give me that kind of what's it called, the benefits, and all that thing, well, I'll buy the insurance anytime. Doesn't matter how much the insurance is. Business is like, we support one another, right? I scratch your back, you scratch my back, right? So make yourself feel comfortable. If you were to make your prospect feel comfortable when you're actually handling dealing business with them, make them feel comfortable. I hope I answer you, Matthew. Okay, 4 more minutes, guys. Probably the last question. And Simon, you up soon. Any questions? You can just voice up, unmute yourself, and just ask the question, or you can even put in a chat box. Okay, is there any? Welcome, Matthew. Okay, everyone's good. No questions. Yes,
Yes, English.
no questions.
Augustine, can you just take on another 5 more minutes? Simon is on the way. He went to the toilet.
Okay, sure, can.
Or probably if you guys have no more question, I'm just helping out Simon for a while because Simon has something urgent to do. You guys any more questions to ask Augustine? Because take this opportunity right now, guys. You know, it's not easy to get Augustine onto the Zoom. It's not easy, you know. So you better squeeze him, get his knowledge out of him. So give you 1-2 minutes more to ask Augustine a question.
Okay, a question. What do you say to those people who ask the science of it? Like, what kind of response do you give to them when they say, "Is this verified?" or "What's the scientific proof for that?"
Okay, so usually, right, I'm not from a medical background, right? I studied finance in London. Yeah, my graduate studies, my degree, right? So usually I don't dwell into medical science. Okay, I'll tell them I don't dwell into medical science, right? When it comes to all this science and knowledge, right, documentation, right, we all know that even I'll tell them, you know, even when I do a dissertation and all that, right, I use reliable sources. So I can send you reliable sources regarding on ERW, electrolyzed reduced water. You can actually go to PubMed or Google Scholar and search ERW, electrolyzed reduced water. Then he has he lay out all the information professionally. So I'll send this information to people who are more technical, the engineers, the accountants, the doctors,
That's a
you know,
real,
send it to them.
not
Okay.
dilute, not mixed together. Like yesterday was nice. The day before yesterday.
Okay. And usually I'll send to this kind of people. Or you know, you've seen the DISC, I usually send to people who has the owl personality. The owl personality. Because to them, right, if we talk a lot of them about verbally about conversations or that, right, to them they won't listen in, right? They listen into documentation because documentation beats conversation to these kind of people. Okay, so have this kind of documentations, use it as a tool that will help you to use it as a tool for your own benefit. So use third party. Okay, use third party, and you know that in Egypt we have a lot of endorsements and third party resources. Use them for someone who does not dwell into medical science like me. Okay, I hope that helps. And okay, so with that,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those who got value, I think you have learned so much. Augustine has shared so much. So can you guys type an 8